The problem with this build, of course, is I have absolutely no defensive abilities, so I'm going to have to be careful. My Rend ended up being additional range. Colbin Free says for his Barbarian, he likes to use 2 one-handed weapons with emeralds in them. Your English is fine, by the way. Thank you very much. That's not bad. Its weapon choice is definitely very much a very personal choice thing. It used to be that one-handed weapons were king, just because two-handed weapons really didn't do a lot. They were slower and didn't really provide enough of a damage increase to warrant it. Now, honestly, two-handed weapons and one-handed weapons, I think, all have a nice playstyle choice for anyone that wants to do them. Having 2 one-handed weapons gives you a nice increase to your attack speed. By that I mean, when you're dual-wielding at any point, you gain 15% increased attack speed. That and the gems do work together. So if you do have 2 one-handed weapons, as he mentioned, you can put emeralds in each one, and that gives you a massive increase to your critical hit damage. When you're starting out, critical hit chance is going to be your best friend, but obviously you're going to want to work towards damage at some point. But once you have a decent amount of critical hit chance, putting emeralds in your weapons, which increase the critical hit damage, will be very important. That's really going to give you your really give you some big high-hitting numbers there when you crit. But alternatively, if you are, again, it's kind of a survival versus damage thing. Really, when it comes to getting into high difficulties, the first thing you want to do is make sure you can survive. If you can survive, you can do damage. You might paper cut stuff to death, but you can at least get through the content. And don't be afraid to lower the difficulty if you need to, because, well, it's nice to be on a higher difficulty, and yes, some things only drop in Torment level. You'll get there eventually. I don't like this. Get a bunch of damage. Alright, so what you can do, alternatively, is use a one-handed weapon with a shield. That will definitely get your survivability up, while keeping your damage pretty at a decent level too. Because you can always get strength on shields. Of course, when I put this on YouTube, I'm sure there are going to be plenty of people that tell me, "Man, you're giving out some bullshit advice." But this is why I always say I'm probably not one of the best people to ask when it comes to those kind of things. I like to analyze things, certainly, but I don't always. I never really quite did the whole package theory crafting thing. It sounds weird, I know, but
this is your fight, Nephilim. Your power is even greater than D3RoS.
One can only hope. But now, we must stop Diablo.
The darkness grows around us.
How does it feel?
Diablo is climbing the spire to the Crystal Arch. We must...
Nice.
God, my Fury generation is so low right now. with a slow two-handed weapon and bash as my primary. I'm not gaining a lot of fury right now.
Holy Your flesh is weak.
Spin to win, baby. Spin to win.
I'll taste your fear.
You know, one thing I can suggest to you, and I kind of suggest this to almost anybody, especially when you're starting out, you can kind of get out of this as you get more experience. Probably best thing you can do is keep a movement type ability on your bar, and that includes things like leap. Is it really just two, I think? Leap and furious charge. The reason why I suggest this, a leap is can be especially important in, early on as you learn to survive, just because having a movement-based skill will allow you to get out of danger. So, like, let's say an enemy has a waller affix and puts some walls around you. Normally, you're going to have a hard time getting out of that because you can't really walk through monsters. But with leap, you can just go ahead and leap over the wall and you're safe. As a opposition to that, let's say you instead have furious charge. Well, in that case, while you might not be able to charge through the wall, you can still charge through the monsters that are blocking your path, displace them a little bit, and get out of the way. Having movement abilities is kind of a linchpin for a lot of people. Even on high levels, a lot of people like to have movement abilities, as they like to move quickly from monster to monster. It increases their efficiency in farming. So that's, you'll typically see movement abilities, like Demon Hunters will typically run with Vault and things like that. So that's another thing that you can keep in mind, is have something that's going to allow you to move, to get out of danger when you need it.
will die.
I release your spirits from Diablo's foul corruption, angel.
I knew Ilarius long ago, when he was...
Okay. This hurt a little bit. Oh dear. It's gonna hurt a lot if I stay in that. Biggest advice, don't stand in the big red circles. I have no idea how to pronounce your name, so actually at this point I'm probably not going to try, so I apologize. But I hope that that's been helpful for you. Anything that we might have said here has been useful for you. Would rather have hated to waste your time if you didn't feel it was, so I apologize if it wasn't useful, but off the top of my head, those are like the best things I can think of. There's a lot of, I think there's a lot of really good discussion that you could probably look into on Diablo fans. Their forums are really good for stuff like that.
Wait, there is something different here.
Oh yeah, the new Whirlwind Barb set looks pretty nice.
Need more time.
Chill of hell will sap the life from your bones. You failed again, Tyrion. The corruption cannot be stopped. The cold hand of death reaches out for you, hero.
Did I really just find the plans to the Staff of Hurting? Oh, moo. Moo. Moo, 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 moo. Moo, moo. That amuses me.
Let your spirit be free from this.
I've already found Leoric Shinbone. I haven't found any of the other pieces, though.
Far now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Deckard Cain. He makes me feel sad that he's dead. Killed by butterflies. Alright, let's get to the end of this thing, shall we? I'm wondering if I want to try and get another build before I get to Diablo or not. Spindle Grasps, eh? Yeah, it is unfortunate we won't be seeing the new sets right away, but the good news is we will be seeing some changes to existing sets before the new sets, which is kind of nice. Some of the new changes are pretty nice. I can tell you that the new Marauders is really nice. The new Monk set, even though I don't have a Monk with anywhere, my Monk doesn't even have a, well, no wait, I'm sorry, my Monk might have like one piece of the old sets, but I can't really say for sure whether the new Wukong set or anything like that will be good, but it looks, honestly, in theory, from the way it reads, since the damage is kind of going into the player's hands more, I think that'll work, because the Marauders set, the reason why it works so well is because the damage is now back in the Demon Hunter's hands, and not only that, but it gives you insane burst because of it, compared to before. It's more, I like that it's more interactive, and I think the Monk set kind of does that as well now, too. The new slow time set looks nice. I mean, I kind of makes me want to make a wizard up. I don't think my wizard's 70 yet. I think I have a 60-something, 68 wizard. So it looks like there's good stuff in the next patch, and of course the patch after that is really cool. And it's kind of understanding that it's not going to be. I kind of understand that it's not going to be ready right away because there's a lot of balancing they're going to have to do with those kind of sets. Oh, friggin' back here, you little back here.
Your flesh is weak.
Ooh, a legendary two-hander. Now the good news is there are some pretty. What I like about Season 2 is that there are much better legendaries this time around for the season. Granted, some of those legendaries are ones that already exist. They've just been given new powers. But some of those new powers look pretty nice. I mean, the bombardment belt for Crusaders is definitely one I like. The staff for Witch Doctors for getting poison damage and a free haunt up, or no, not haunt, Locust Swarm up is kind of nice as well. I think they're much better than the legendaries for Season 1, because Season 1's legendaries, I mean, to me, were honestly very lackluster. But the best thing of all, I think, is that they're still giving us new content. You have to think about that too. The whole new zone, I can't remember the name. I want to say Saskatchewan or whatever. I can't. The name is not in my head right now. But we get that new Barbarian area in Act 3. I think that's pretty cool that we're going to get a whole new zone for bounties. You know, they don't have to be adding that content, but they are, and I think that's cool.
After he gained a
True, Trap Assassins were pretty passive, and I did play a Trap Assassin very heavily in D2. But I have to admit, after playing the difference between the old Demon Hunter set and the new one, I like the new one a lot more. I really do. I like the fact that I'm in control of it. Now, there are times where I would rather be passive, like I used to, for example, not only was I a Trap Assassin, but I was also a Summon Necro. I just liked having an army and letting the army kill stuff. And I was kind of rebuilding that with my Demon Hunter, with the pets and the Marauder set and all that. But I could probably still do something like that with a Witch Doctor. All I know is that the very first time I pulled the trigger on Cluster Arrow with 3 turrets up, I was in love. Actually, I think I even did it with 5 of them up at one point. And that was pretty fun, but the only problem with having 5 was I lost too much damage because I lost my ability to fire Chakram for free, and I don't have the bow that gives me Elemental Arrow for free. I may, yeah, I'm more than likely gonna level.
Oh, Campos, guide my hand.
To fight some of these.
Oh boy, a ring! No, you went back to D2 and you got owned by Bale with Elemental Druid, huh? I don't remember how Elemental Druids were in that now, when I think about it. Because I remember there was one build of Druid that was supposed to be, like, that was supposed to be, unfortunately, underpowered. I'm trying to think if that was... if it was Elemental or not.
I grow in power.
There we go. That's what I like to see. I can tell you the one thing I was terrible at in Diablo 2 was melee. Because I was terrible at getting my attack rating up. I didn't quite understand how the whole attack rating thing worked back then. And quite honestly, the idea of missing is I just hate that idea. Because I would sit there and I would just miss things all day. So what did I get? Panda Grasps and the Staff of Herding. So it looks like I got Scourge, 29% chance to explode with Demonic Fury when attacking. It is a damage increase as well as a toughness increase, and it's got a gym slot, so I can make use of that. Ward. Lightning damage has a 14% chance to stun. That's nice if I get lightning damage up. Cool. It is a damage decrease no matter which side I use, but is a major toughness increase, well, 4.5 on the left side. So we'll probably go with that because it's less of an increase on the right side and it is more damage loss. So we'll go ahead and put that on my Stolen Ring, thanks to Lyndon. Alright, I guess we'll be using this Scourge. That looks like an increase all ruined. Put that bad boy on. Oh, that's a cool looking sword, isn't it? Awesome. Oh, hello. Oh, that's got no strength on it. Oh, I should have looked at that one, actually. 238 compared to my 220. Let's compare to my one-handers. 8% increase, so that would be better. Alright, what about this 220 sword? It's got no strength on it, but damage. Let's see if it's an increase. 4.2 to 4.3.
Good.
Wow, it is an increase.
Just the thing.
Even with the 193 strength? Probably because of the weapon damage increase.
This will help.
Cool, you can have that. Thank you for saying that, Kark. Mentioning that there were a lot of annoying stuff in Diablo 2 compared to D3, such as small stash size, having to pick up gold manually, full inventory with health and mana potions. Yeah, those are all... So a lot of people... I mean, remember when D3 first came out. Now, granted, D3 was far from the great, game it is now. I still thought it was good, but... even D3 when it first came out solved so many of the annoying problems of Diablo 2, but so many people like to say that D2 was better. I'm like, I love D2. I played hours and hours and hours of D2 over multiple years. I would keep coming back with each new patch, try out the changes, try and get some items. But yeah, there was a lot that could have been done better in D2. That was just a day. That was back in a day where game design really wasn't. I want to say formulaic, but that's not really. We knew a lot less about good game design back then, I think. It was kind of the Wild West of game design during that time. And Blizzard was kind of at the forefront of a lot of that too, trying to get a lot of those systems in place. there is definitely a lot of things that D2 did right, but there was a lot of annoying little things that it certainly didn't. Alright, 46, 66, 81. It looks like no changes here. There probably isn't going to be a big change until I get to 60. And then 61. Any good armor? Ooh, the Lost Boys. I didn't know I got those. Movement speed, range of melee attackers take damage per hit, monsters grant experience. That's kind of cool. What was the other? Let's do all. I want to see what type of items I missed. So Lost Boys is new for me. Oh, Lepender Grasp is 34. So that's nowhere near. Alright, well in this case I think we'll probably be doing a little bit of crafting. Okay. Belt. This legendary belt I have doesn't really have anything major on it, so let's go ahead and see if I can replace it. I have level 2, so we'll do that in a moment here. Let's go ahead and turn that on for now. Belt. Do I craft Yawn belt? It didn't come out any better, so alright. How about the boots? Can I make the Lost Boys? Sweet. 2% damage, 2% toughness, a little bit of loss of healing, whirlwind damage increase. Not bad. The Lost Boys. Can I make a shield this time? It does not want me to make a shield. It really doesn't. Let's take a look at those Lost Boys. White fuzzy boots. Yeah. Okay. Build time. I am level 50, which gives me a new passive. The Juggernaut. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. Alright, let's put that in there. Re-randomize my abilities. Whirlwind, Rend, Cleave. Hold on. Oh, Cleave, okay. Oh boy. Alright. Okay, Whirlwind, Rend, Cleave. Furious Charge, Battle Rage, Call the Ancients. Not bad, I guess. Generator, Spender. Okay. 4 runes. Hurricane, so we're pulling them in again. Rend. Lacerate increases damage to 1350 over 5. That works well with the fact that we now have this ring, which has lightning damage, has a chance to stun, so that's cool. Cleave. Rupture, enemy slain, explode, so it gives me lots of AoE damage. Furious Charge. Cold Rush. All enemies hit are frozen for 2.5 seconds, so I've got a pretty... I was going to say defensive, but that's the only cold thing I've got. But that I can use Furious Charge kind of as offensive and defensive ability now as well. Okay, damage bonus on Marauder's Rage is increased to 15%, so that gives me just a nice boost in my overall damage. Duty to the clan, enemies hit are chilled, so yeah, okay, I've got some defensive capabilities in both Call of the Ancients and Furious Charge. What about my passives? Animosity, Berserker Rage, and Inspiring Presence. I would get Berserker Rage again. Unless I'm building specifically for it, or I've got a build that works well with it, I don't like having it. Although Rend, I can make it work with Rend by not using Whirlwind. Just keep my damage up. As long as I keep my Fury up, and then use Rend, and then get my Fury back up, Rend should update itself over time, so that it does the full damage of Berserker Rage after I've applied it. So that's not too bad. Fury generation is increased through Animosity, so that works well with Berserker Rage. I just have a slow weapon, so that doesn't help too much. But I did get Inspiring Presence with Marauder's Rage, so I have a shout to work with that, so I can get my life generation up. So that's pretty defensive. That's nice. Alright. This shouldn't be too bad. Going back to the Scoundrel. 1, 2. 2, 1.
Aha! I knew you'd need my help.
Well, that's deja vu. One day we'll get some dex items for you. One day. Okay. Give me one moment here. Alright, actually, do I have some water here? Yeah, I do. Good. I could use some water. I needed that. Yeah, I can stick a gem into his crossbow. I don't have much to give him. I guess a flawed ruby I'll have to do. Can I do that? No, I kind of need one for me. What's the best one? 22. So I guess I need this one. What I should probably do is take out one of the gems from my armor, because I think the ruby in my weapon will be far more effective than the ruby in my armor at this level. So let's take those out, put one of these into my weapon. So my damage is going to go from 12.5 to 13, so I gain 500 damage there. I would have thought it would have been more. Hold on. I was 12.5 originally, right? Okay. 1.3. Okay, let's just say 13.3, right? 13.3. If I do it this way, of 13.3 again. I think the other way was just a little bit higher. Honestly, it's so negligible at this point. I'll just stick with what this is, and then we'll give... I'll give that one to Lyndon for now. At least make him not useless. Although I'm about to fight Diablo, so he's going to be useless anyway. Alright, let's move things around. Generator goes here. Whirlwind. I guess I'll put Rend there. Okay. Okay, that was pretty badass. 29% chance to explode with demonic fury when attacking. Bam! Oh, that is pretty badass indeed.
He's got me. You go kill that bastard.
I love this sword. This thing looks really cool. I don't think I've ever owned this sword before. Alright. Can't change skills. Alright, let me just double check. Anything I need to know that pulls in. More damage. Freezes. More damage. Okay. That freeze, yo. That freeze. Alright, so I do have Berserker Rage. So that's one thing I want to keep in mind. Okay, let's get my shout on so that I can do more damage. Can't forget to have my shout on, because not only does my shout give me more damage, but my shout heals me over time because of Inspiring Presence. Ah.
Enough.
You missed it last time I was in Act 5, Cart. That was my grave.
Only by defeating us can you refuse or never wake from this
Aww. What is this, an axe? Imposter.
Not ready yet.
Oh, no, no, I wanted to move.
cannot defeat your own terror.
What in the world? Wait, what's going on?
Benevolent power will not help you in this realm, mortal.
Oh, hold on. I can't look at him. I don't have a item that gives me clones, do I? But I remember.
Can you feel your death approaching?
Alright, let's go ahead and put Rend on him. I must have. I don't remember it. Oh, wait, no.
No! This wretched light must be
What happened?
eradicated.
What happened? Why is it crashing? Oh, no. No. What? Oh, no. What the hell? I broke the game! Oh, Alt F4. Oh. The bloody hell, man. Yeah, Diablo's Cage was pretty much death. Of course, not. I don't think at this difficulty level it would be. Because, I mean, even in normal mode, it wasn't instant death. Normal and hell or whatever. Yay, I'm still alive! Oh. Alright, hold on. What's cloning me? Ah, yeah, the amulet. Shadow clones to your aid when you stun an enemy. Okay. Yeah, I completely forgot I even... Yeah. Stuns. How did I stun him? Does it count freezing as stunning? It threw me off though because I haven't had those spawn before,
Dad, he's got me.
and those clones from the amulet look exactly like Diablo's shadow clones. So I thought I broke something. Although I am really surprised that the game just kind of crashed there. Alright, let's go ahead and get my damage up. Oh, I was going to get my bleed on him, but...
Not enough fury.
Oh, no. I couldn't even see that. Screw you, Diablo. Really? That... Yeah, this is like normal mode difficulty, I'm guessing. No, well, not normal mode. Nightmare or Hell, maybe? Yeah, I don't know.
Enough.
Yeah, that barely hurts at this point, which is good.
Only by defeating us can you
Oh, I know what's doing it. I'm not stunning him myself. It's my lightning damage. What the? That was some really weird pathing. The lightning, that's right, because I've got an item, that ring that gives me a chance to stun on lightning damage. And so apparently the chance to stun on lightning damage is also proccing with my amulet. Yeah. See, these are things that I should pay attention to, but I keep forgetting because I get these items that I don't get to use at first, and then all of a sudden I've got a synergy that I didn't realize I had. So let's do lightning damage and try to continually stun him. Man, my clones have cooler looking skills than I do.
know this? All that you have known, all that you have ever loved, shall die along with you, Neverland.
A sword.
Do not hide. I need to go back.
Monster Hunter. If I could get a good shield, that might be good. That might work out. But I kind of like the Demonic Fury. I haven't really seen how much damage it does, but that's still... It's just nice to do, you know? So... 43 still. Yeah, I need a good shield before that'll ever work. That's a 305. Oh, you found one of the new gem collector goblins, huh? That's cool. I haven't seen any of the new goblins yet. Of course, I've barely played the PTR. I streamed it once, and that was about the most I got to play of it so far. I should probably go and play it some more. I had fun with it. I've killed a few treasure goblins, but didn't find any of the new ones. I want to see the new guy, the new malevolent guy, which there's not a lot of info on. I think some people said he basically has a very high chance to drop legendaries. which makes sense. But I love the fact that there's like a blood thief one.
The day
Do
is
not. Do not.
Once again, the day is saved thanks to the I mean, the Barbarian.
The Nephilim. Tyrael sent me to find you. Malthael has taken the Black Soul Stone.
People are dying down in those streets.
But you and Tyrael need to form a plan.
Tell Tyrael I will meet him in Westmarch.
It will be done. I swear it.
Seems to hit for a decent amount. Let's see if I can hit with just the ability. Whoa, 300. The hell? That burst hit for 300,000 damage. 200,000. Like, my damage isn't anywhere near that right now. Okay, this is awesome. All right. I can dig that, man. That's a lot of damage.
We're going to die.
He died in a, my Demon Hunter died in kind of a sub-location. It was one of the underground labyrinths, right near, right after you get to the hub. So I got to the city.
I recommend the sewers.
So it was pretty early into Act 5, unfortunately. But the big thing there was I went from expert to master. So I had increased the difficulty level. And I believe I had, when it happened, I had just gotten somewhere around... had I just gone over 60? I think I might have just gone over level 60, or it might have been around this level. It might have been 50 to 51, I'm not sure. I just know that it was early into the act. I forget it. I could go and look up his level. I think he might have been 54. There he is. He was 54. Poor Randomus the First. And he died on by increasing the difficulty level, because I ended up getting a Jailer Arcane combination and couldn't get out of it, and ultimately died. It didn't help that I was tired at the time either. Like, I was playing with that when I said that I was gonna stop playing once I got to Act 5 and got the town hub up and running. But then something about me was like, man, I wanna try out the, you know, a few more things here, and I wasn't on top of my game, and yeah, there were a lot of factors there that just added up to a bad time.
Stop! I just want to get rid of this, to be honest.
It's the end of the world, and there are no survivors.
General Torian was defending...
Wait.
Yes, that is why I am here.
Keep moving. I think we lost her. No.
Those with demon blood must die.
I'm just pretty much tearing through stuff with Cleave with Berserker Rage. Nothing survives. Well, that and the explosion from my sword is really powerful, apparently.
I could do that again.
This is an awesome sword. This is seriously powerful.
You cannot stand before me. Defend the church! Repel these vile reapers!
Where do these creatures even come from?
Ah, we found you. Tyrael, why? Because he feeds. And with the prophet, we are descended. The church! All the refugees are inside! Follow me! Akarat's bane! This is worse than I feared. What is that? A death maiden! Stop her!
Never. Your soul will be mine.
I need fury.
We must do everything in our power to slow the Nephilim down.
I will end. I know, but why does Hermaine then you stop? General, she was created. So, then I will destroy these crucibles and cut off Malthael's supply of troops.
And we go. This should go a little bit better, especially since I'm not bringing it up.
After years of my pleading, the Angiris Council has finally agreed to send me in search of Malthael. I will not fail in this, as my master's presence is sorely needed in the high heavens. Owing to Malthael's growing fascination with the humans, Tyrael has suggested I begin my search on Sanctuary.
Hello?
To my snivelling offspring. If you are reading this, then I am dead, and you have come to claim my fortune. Well, you still can't have it. I have set traps to stop you from even trying. So, enjoy the rest of your poor, miserable, and cowardly lives.
Cool, I've never seen this before. The miser had a bunch of money on him, and he's got 3 resplendent chests. That's cool. Oh, okay, let me guess. I'm supposed to pick one of the 3, and if I pick wrong, something goes off. Ah, I guess I got lucky. I'm kind of disappointed that I got lucky. Oh my gods, I just completely decimated that goblin with the Scourge proc.
It was the barmaid with the chicken feathers.
Really? Really?
I will not
denied.
Hurry! We've got to save my friends.
Oh, that was one of the bounties that were getting power, that were people were power leveling on. Huh.
This is all Justinian's fault. Some king he is. King Justinian must have fled the city by now. It's time for the people to rise up.
No, this is the time for everyone to pull together.
But this is our chance to get out from under the king's yoke.
Oh, you little...
Thanks for helping, but this isn't over.
Where did you get this?
Well, let's just say it's from someone who cares about us.
I am so weary. Why did you have to die, brother? I was never meant to be king. The nobles threaten revolt to bend me to their will. They will abandon me if I don't keep the peasants in their place. Oh, my position is hopeless. I am returning to town.
All right. Follower. Scoundrel still. 1, 1, 2, 1.
That's just the thing.
Cool. 51, right? Yep, 51. All right. Nothing extraordinarily new. So, we get a new build. I'm getting frenzy. Okay, Furious Charge, Seismic Slam, Hammer of the Ancients. Earthquake, Frenzy, Leap. Oh man, 2 spenders, huh? Okay. Relentless, Animosity, Ruthless. Okay, when I'm low on life, skills will cost less fury, and damage taken will be reduced. Fury generation is increased, and I deal more damage to enemies low on health. Not a grand set of passes, but oh well. 4 runes. Stamina. Generate 10 additional fury for each enemy hit while charging. Okay. Rumble. Ground continues to shudder after the initial strike, damaging enemies in an area for 230 as physical over 2. Not bad. So AoE with damage over time. Then I've got Hammer of the Ancients for massive single target damage. Or clumps of, you know, small clumps of enemies. Honestly, both are pretty comparable. Probably for large AoE, I'll go to Seismic. Alright, Fury cost is removed. The cooldown is 50 seconds. It's turned to Lightning, which means it'll have a chance to stun and summon my Shadow clones. Each enemy hit has a 30% chance, or each hit has a 30% chance to call down a bolt of lightning from above. Stuns the enemy for 1.5. So we've got additional lightning damage. So what's great is I've got the lightning damage from Frenzy, which has a chance to proc a stun on my ring, and then it also has a chance to proc a stun of its own. So this is actually going to work well with that amulet. I should hopefully see more clones with this build. Kagebushi no Jitsu. I want to be Hokage. Alright, leap. 1, 2, 3. Toppling impact. Increase the damage of leap to 450, and it sends the enemies hurling away. Okay, cool. Nothing grand here. I think that'll work. I don't normally like Frenzy, but I'm going to say that with the sword's chance to blow up being pretty high, Frenzy will probably work out, because then I'll have a bunch of single target damage with the sword proccing to give me AoE. I honestly like that idea. I really do. I think this is going to be really good. So we'll give it a shot. No, I probably should have cleared my inventory. Okay, if I want to do lightning damage, now Hammer of the Ancients is fire and Seismic is physical, so...
Really, you should talk more. There's so many things you don't know about me.
Attacks are getting worse. They'll reach the survivors soon.
closer.
The ancients smile on me. More fury.
I really do like this seismic slam and the way it kind of puts all those tremors down. I think it looks pretty neat.
Not enough fury.
If I pick passes, yeah, Relentless, Animosity, Ruthless is what I end up with. Nothing grand.
We've been here for days. These people can't last much longer.
There is a survivors enclave near here. Get everyone over there.
More fury.
Gosh, I wonder what this sword does at level 70. Like, what would a maximum level Scourge do when it blows up? Shadow Clone's doing work. Ah, see, this was the kind of area where the Demon Hunter died.
I will not be denied.
Those fancy attacks you like so much. That was completely worth it. Mostly.
I'm gonna have to see what kind of Shadow Clones the other classes get with this amulet. I really don't think I've ever had Scourge before. That's funny. I guess it's not terribly, too terribly a big deal because I mean there's a lot of stuff I've never gotten before. Sets included. I don't even have one complete tier 6 set or 6-piece set. Even my Demon Hunters is missing, I think, 1 or 2 pieces. Probably just 1 piece at this point. Because my Demon Hunter doesn't have the 6-piece bonus on live, only on the PTR. It's twice. That's the funny thing. I've gotten the 6-piece Marauder set on PTR twice, and not once on live. Just that's how rare. That's just how often I kind of trade off or don't play. It's funny.
Full Cathos guide my hand. This is unpleasant.
You're telling me?
I will not be denied. Your flesh is weak. You
Bows are huge. I wonder where they came from. Wait. No, I don't.
Interesting that I found the resplendent chest early in the dungeon rather than near the end.
Your flesh is weak.
Oh, hello. This arena. I remember seeing this for the first time when I got to Act 5 and thinking this was really cool. That whole rotating flamethrower thing. It's just really neat. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Just don't stand in it. Oh yeah, they start getting faster, don't they? Come down here, will you? Well, that's two chess pieces I found. Gotta get out of here and see what they are. Okay, there's the exit. Anything over here? And the quick draw belt. Okie dokie.
I am returning to town.
Slight damage and toughness increase. It's somewhat of a tough sell because of the reduced damage from range sources. Maybe not yet. The quick draw is a low level. Okay. Gold skin. Chance for enemies to drop gold. Shimuzu's Haori. While below 22% life, all attacks are guaranteed crit. Maybe I should have kept those shoulder pieces. I don't know. That's a damage increase. They're both damage increases. 4.8 toughness loss compared to 7.6 toughness, so this is more toughness loss, but it has healing on it with regeneration. Of course, they're both without gems. That's only a 4, 8 and 4 compared to an 8 and 6. Increases earthquake damage. This also reduces damage from ranged attacks by 4%. So, I mean, that would be a viable loss compared to Uglid's. I think I'll go ahead and I'll do it. That looks so ridiculous. I mean, my sword is badass, but the rest of me looks ridiculous. Oh, I never put anything in my ring.
I need fury.
Ugh.